Kashi.
Resh.
Uno.
Ne?
Güzeldir.
Şey.
Bin.
Dağ.
Ne?
Hayat güzeldir.
Well, the work is called Gamsutel, and it's the name of the ancient mountain village. And I was kind of struck by it because I also found out there was a man, single inhabitant, Abdujalil, living there. When I first saw the space, I was sort of astonished by the way all the buildings were extensions of the cliffs. And it's about body, in a way, being extension of those buildings. But it's essentially about pain and about past, present, and future, and how you deal with it with your body. Because if you think about that, like a specific man that lived there, you know, living alone, what type of history he reenacts, what type of pain he lives through. I used different artworks for the first section because in my mind I divide the video in 3 sections, and for the first one it was paintings of Caucasian War by Franz Roubaud, which he reenacts. So he becomes this sort of lonely male figure that is fighting against, you know, either himself or this imaginary sort of enemy. And the dancer is Yusuf Amarov. He's a local dancer, and he was never actually trained in contemporary dance, and it was quite important. He could only dance sort of traditional dance, which is called Lizginka, and that's why I had to work with a choreographer. So it was Anya Balikhina who I basically gave these paintings, and I was like, can you make it real? Can you make it like into a dance? How can this work? And she worked with Yusuf and kind of made it possible. And the second part of the video is based on this dance of collective farm brigade leader, which incorporates movements like plowing, driving a tractor, and other sort of basic agricultural movements. And it relates to this history of everybody kind of leaving the place during the Soviet times. They were moved into plains, into these collective farms that were super popular during the Soviet Union. And actually this is where Abdujalil, the only inhabitant that was there, left the place. But then he decided to come back and live there on his own. And the third part for me to sort of just history of performance of the 70s, of the 80s, like Parallel Stress by Dennis Oppenheim and other works where he sort of maps out different parts of the village with his body. So in a way it's sort of embodiment of the place or reenactment of history of that particular site through a male body. It's a complex area of meanings, but it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody has to see that. Everybody kind of takes away what they want from it.